Hello, 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 hello. I'm gonna try something different. So, I am Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 12, and he has autism. And we paint together, working on his fine motor skills. I decided that I'm gonna paint kind of just like a stained glass window. You see, I'm drawing very, 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 very straight lines. But I just thought I'm gonna make some sections. I don't know what they'll be like. We're just gonna make some sections. And I'm going to paint them. Now, when I started deciding this sounded like a very good idea, and maybe it is. But we'll see as we go along if I continue to think that it is. So, I'm laughing, and today was one of those days that I don't want to say anything went wrong, but it was just an interesting moment in time. And I learned a lot. Owen had a really good day for the most part. We're working on a couple skills. He repeats a lot, and I repeat a lot, but he repeats a lot. And he was stuck on tomorrow being summer break because next Friday he goes back to school. And so yesterday, every time he said that it was summer break, I took his tablet for 5 minutes. And it really wasn't very long yesterday. He only did it about 5, where he came back to me. He thought about it, and he only lost his tablet 5 times throughout the day, which that's huge because he literally repeats it. I mean, hundreds of times. He'll stand and say it and say it and say it and say it. And we've worked with counselors, we've worked with doctors, and I always say autism is as much about how I handle it as it is about Owen having it. And that's one of those, I have to process it. And as exhausted as his mind is saying that it's summer break, my mind is exhausted because he goes through every single emotion you can possibly imagine with this. And so I try my hardest to help him process it, help him deal with it, help him think through it. And that is exhausting. It's exhausting for his brain. It's exhausting for my brain because I never know how to shut anything off. I just think and think and think. So for him to not come to me about one particular thing all day, except for those 5 times, is incredible. He was able to think through and do other things and work in moments and all of that. And that's truly life-changing because we have worked on these things for years. And this is just, I have a tickle. It's just changing to be able to know that he's able to process it. He is looking at this as a reward with his tablet, and so he wants his tablet. And here we are. We've worked through this, and he is moving forward. So he did really good yesterday, and I wanted to see how he would handle today. And when he woke up, he talked about tomorrow, and I said, remember, if you talk about that being summer break, then we move forward and I take your tablet. And so he worked through the system by changing his phrasing, but to me it was still progress because it wasn't repeating the same words over and over and over again. And I've tried other types of rewards and things over the years, and that just hasn't worked with him before. And so this was huge for him to get through 2 days of being able to kind of process it and move forward. And it's really amazing the changes that he's making and being able to adapt and learn how to process things. And if tomorrow he can handle and not talk about summer break and go through the day, and even if he does talk about it in other ways, that's, again, incredible progress. So I just keep praying that we can kind of work through those moments and see what can happen. So I'm feeling mighty fine about the details. Mighty fine. And, there's so much yet to come. So much yet to come. If you haven't noticed, I generally put way too much paint on my paintbrush to begin with. That's why I always say I've got a lot of sprinkles on my paintings. I paint, and then there's all these little extra sprinkles that I use the paintbrush and kind of spread around, because I drop paint. Never fails, I drop paint. But technically it really won't matter, but that's part of the little things that's going on here. So I don't want to say I'm enjoying this process, but I'm not opposed to the process. I like painting flowers better, but I've been trying to push myself to do some other things the last few days, and so this is kind of a little tedious, honestly, but I just want to kind of get out of my zone of painting exactly the same thing repeatedly. So that is why we are painting. I have like 2 of them now. I thought they were gone, and now there's 2 of these little gnats that are visiting me, and I think they're drawn to the paint smell or something, because here they are. But so anyways, I'm hoping this little experiment, both this experiment and the 5-minute thing for Owen, will make changes in both of our lives with both of these things. Oh, something keeps going down wrong. But I will be happy for Owen when he starts back to school on Friday, next Friday. And it'll make such a big difference for him. He loves school. He can't wait to go back to school. And that will be amazing. My eyes I'm coughing, twitching. There we go. But he had a really good day today. He went and spent some time with his grandmother, and she took him to his therapies. I have breast cancer, so I'm in chemotherapy, and I've been having some good days. I've been having some not so good days, but I'm on a good day trend. So, yesterday was a really good day. Today's kind of not quite as good as yesterday, but I was able to eat some new and different foods and more proteins and things like that. So I'm getting more requirements, daily requirements, whatever I want to say. It's funny because I've made these lines, which I never follow lines, and this is honestly harder to paint than my little flowers, because I don't even have to think about my flowers. I just paint my flowers, and I don't even have to consider that I've made like lines. And you see, it doesn't matter because they're really truly not like connected. I mean, I covered half the stuff up because they're just there. But so anyways, he did good at therapy. He was a little elevated, which with all of our changes right now, that doesn't surprise me that he's not even more elevated than he was. And his grandma got him dinner before he came home, and then he did really well on the ride home. He didn't yell at me. He didn't tell me how to drive. He didn't anything. He just let me drive, which that is huge in itself. So we got home, and he was very calm. And when I got his meal out, he always asks for a hamburger. Very rarely even eats like half of it, if not mostly just one bite. Well, when I was getting his food out, he said that he wanted, I did his French fries because he usually starts eating those first. And then I put his chicken nuggets on his plate. And then he said that he wanted his cheeseburger, which was funny to me because that's like the least that he ever eats is the cheeseburger. Well, he ate all of the cheeseburger, the bun, the whole thing, which again is not something that he normally does, and he ate all of it. And then he only ate like 2 of his nuggets, which he usually eats all of his nuggets. So it's quite funny and quite interesting how that all took place. But he did good. And then he spent the evening playing on his tablet and asking Siri to translate things in mostly nursery rhymes. And Siri doesn't always understand what he's saying, so what she thinks he says and what he's actually saying are I want a different color there. what she says and what he is saying are two different things. So she translates, and it's generally not, it's close, but there's words that don't follow at all. And so it cracks him up even more than just the words itself. So it's he laughs and he laughs and he laughs and he laughs, and his laugh is incredible. And so his laugh makes me laugh, and then I laugh even more. I didn't realize my purple and my green have kind of intertwined here. So, but it's stained glass, so we're okay. We're just gonna kind of pretend like it's all working, because it's okay. Oh, say now we're read between the lines. That's what we're gonna say. Read between the lines. But he makes me laugh. He makes my heart happy, and he is making so much progress. So we have quickly come to 1 week left till he is a middle schooler, and that is an amazing thing. So I'm very happy and very excited. But we will see what tomorrow brings. He told me he didn't want to go anywhere tomorrow, and that's fine. So we probably will end up staying home, and that is fine as well. We have turned the corner finally with these hot days, and so tomorrow is supposed to be, I think, unless it's changed, a little cooler than it was today. And today felt like a blessing when we had 100 days, like there were close to 100, right at 100 for several days, like high 90s. And then today was, I think the high was 88. It may have gotten higher than that, but somewhere around there. So whatever it was, I am glad that we have a couple cooler moments in time. Okay, we're getting close to the end here. Close to, the end. Trying to decide what colors to put where. See, I can't follow lines. I could if I was really taking my time, I suppose, but it's okay. Again, it's okay. We're just having fun. We're just having fun. That's all that matters. So I got 2 more. I think. Let's brush. Let's see if we can do a little yellow one. A little yellow one. And then see if I have enough of this orange on here to do an orange one. So there we go. Okay, that's it. So we are doing, I'm starting to lose my hair. Starting to lose my hair. Okay, O for Owen, and then L, and B. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Toodles, toodles.